Hi, this is Bill Smith. I'm the current president at the Links at Pine Brook Owners Association, and this is a video about voting at the annual meeting. Now, there's two ways to vote at the annual meeting for the Links. You can fill out all the forms, put them into the proper envelope, and then mail it back to the property management company. Or there's an even easier method of doing this, and that is do electronic voting. And I'll go over both methods in this video. So now I'm going to go over each of the forms in the packet, and then after that we'll go over electronic voting. So about 2 to 4 weeks before the annual meeting, you will receive in the mail a packet of voting information. That'll include the proxy, the ballots, the envelopes, and so forth. The first page of the packet will be some notes from the management company. The next page will be an agenda of what's going to happen at the owner meeting. Next page is going to be a limited proxy that you need to fill out and mail back to the management company. The next piece of paper is the ballot, and this is where you may vote for whoever you would like to be on the board of directors. Following this official ballot, there may be some information sheets about the candidates. And finally, you'll find 3 envelopes. The first one is the ballot envelope. The next one is the outside envelope. And the third one is the return envelope. And I'll explain what goes in each envelope. Now, the first form I'm going to go over is the official ballot. This form is used to vote for who you wish to be on the board of directors. This form is considered a secret ballot, so it's put into a special envelope and sealed by you, and it's not opened until the annual meeting. If you take a look at the bottom of the ballot form, it has all the instructions on how to fill out this form and what envelope to put it into. Be sure to fold up the completed ballot form into a smaller fold because it has to fit into the smaller envelope. Next, take the sealed ballot envelope and place it into the envelope that says outside envelope and seal it. Make sure that you fill out the outside of this envelope and sign it. Take the outside envelope and place it in the return envelope with the Links at Pine Brook listed. The return envelope already has a stamp or postage on the envelope. Now let's go over the limited proxy form. Fill out the information at the top. Fill out the unit number, the building number, and the proxy holder. If you leave the proxy holder blank, the president is automatically your proxy holder. On the lower half of this form, there'll be a question about if you want to allow the association to roll over any excess operating funds to the next year's budget. Choose yes or no. Then you must date the form and sign the form. The signature must be a designated voter, or if you're not sure if you're the designated voter, then all owners must sign the form. Here's the return envelope with the outside envelope already in it. Here's the limited proxy. Fold it up and place it into the return envelope next to the outside envelope. Drop the envelope in the outgoing mail. The address on the envelope will return it to the management company. So that's the way you vote, using the forms and the envelopes. It's real important that you follow these instructions, because if you put the wrong form in the wrong envelope, typically your vote is going to get rejected, and that could make a difference on who gets voted to be on the board of directors. Okay, let's go over a much easier way to vote, and that's called electronic voting. To start electronic voting, you have to access a website called Host. You'll be sent an email when it's time to start voting, and in that email will be a link to the website called Host. This is the first screen that appears when you access the Host website. Once you click the Log On button, you'll be presented with this screen to enter your username and password. Enter your username and password and then click Log On. If you keep trying to log on with your username and password, remember that passwords are case sensitive. So make sure your caps lock isn't on or some other condition is going on. If you keep getting the incorrect username and password combination error message, then go ahead and just click the Here button at the bottom of the screen. Host will then ask you a few questions, and then eventually it'll send you a new username and password. Once you sign in, you'll see the same information that was on the paper proxy and the paper ballot. Just click the words that say, "Click here to vote." Then the information for the limited proxy shows up. Notice right below the limited proxy information, there's a button that says click here to view the attachment. If you want to see some of the forms that you were mailed, including the designated voter list, click this button to view those documents. Go ahead and answer yes or no, and then click I am your name, and then I agree to submit the ballot, and then click vote. It should automatically, once you vote, bring up the next item, the ballot. Go ahead and choose who you would like to be on the board, and then click who you are, and you agree to submit the vote, and then click the button that says vote. Notice that when you go back to the original screen, it won't say click here to vote anymore. Now it says vote already submitted. You can't go back and change your vote. For each vote that you submit, you'll receive an email from host. This is what each email will contain. That's all there is to electronic voting. Back on the main screen, just click the log off button and you're done. Now, wasn't electronic voting much easier and faster than filling out all the forms and stuffing the forms into the envelopes? If you forgot your username or password, click the word here. Fill out at least your first name, last name, and email address, and then click the button that says submit. If that information that you entered matches the host database, you will automatically be sent a new username and password. When you log back on to host, you'll be asked to change your password.